correctly.
Feeling like Crash Unleashed. Bullet Club go around here, I'm the cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. Crash Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section. Guarantee you they ain't jaded. Yellow, you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. I bet you thought you the EST, but homie, you don't even really go here. I'm better than you and you know it. Scumbag, baby, I'ma make that clear. Making many moves while I'm headed on the flight. I'm the mega star, baby, on these LA nights. Putting on 5-star classics, contract year, cause today is a whole new price. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on the daily. Feeling like Crash Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the Gresham Lee's podcast. This is episode 108 of the show that brings you the good vibes to the best of our abilities. Joining you as always is the voice that does most, the purveyor of mischief, Gresh. And joining me is a stacked panel, as always, is my brethren across all walks of life. I guess I can start from start to finish. Joining me, as always, is the voice of the Unleashed Anthem, Mr. Prince of Botch himself, Highlight Reel. And also joining me is none other than my giant brethren. He is none other than representing the Susio Boys podcast and Susio Sports all around. He is none other than Jermaine. And joining me, representing the G units of the Public Enemies podcast, he is none other than the Booker Man himself. He hates when I say that, but he is none other than, oh my God, Graham. What's up, fellas?
Hey, what it do? What it do?
You know,
Hi, weirdo.
man. No, another day, another dollar.
You know,
This not my show. Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, bro.
I don't like how I feel like myself and Jermaine are being discriminated against because we have glasses. All right. I just want to let you know that as a man who needs these things right here to see as well as I do, I can see that this whole thing is contrived. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can see clearly
My
now.
boy, look at that. 2020, baby. 2020.
I stand with my brother.
Team spec versus no spec. Look.
I stand with my brother. Yeah, put some respect on my name.
Hey, it's me and you there, Gresh.
It's like a two-way dynamic though. It's like Graham is on two teams. He's on team glasses and team hair.
Oh, good point. Good point. That's a 3-to-1 ratio.
My ass when you see me in person. That's the funny thing about it. That's why I'm gonna laugh.
Team Bald and Team Giant is just all one-man squad. Perfect.
Hey man.
Yeah.
Andre the Giant was the ninth wonder of the world. You are the 12th wonder of the world because you got for one special.
Yeah, bro. Hey, you rocking it strong, my brother. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? You carrying it.
Hey, for Vegas and Mania, we handing out choke slams for free.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You get a choke slam and you get a choke slam. Nah, but I'm gonna give it to you.
Good thing I don't expose the business. If I get a choke slam, I'm going to give all of the choke slam. Just not gonna do it on concrete. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah. Hey, we gotta bring that back from Grant. He's like, nope, I ain't taking that.
I'm a safe worker. I'm a safe worker.
Hey,
because I don't do bumps on concrete for a hot dog and a soda. We don't do that around here.
And a room temperature soda at that.
They get it from Big K.
Look.
I thought it was great value cola. Dang.
I'm not gonna lie.
I can't really knock great value cola because I've had it and I'm like, low key taste better than regular soda.
Check, spelled with just a K.
Yeah.
Hey, that did numbers back in my day.
Okay.
You know, back in my day. We say that too.
Now we team
I'm
ball,
saying that
team
too. I
nine,
say
team
that too now.
old.
No, I say that. The sad thing is, I say that shit too now. I be like, yo, back in my day, we usually actually try to talk to women.
Bro, after a certain age, it just all blends.
Yeah.
Back in my day, we actually went to school and didn't have so many holidays. What the hell?
Like these niggas out here talking about fine shit, and I'm like, fine shit? Are we finding something? It's like, no, fine shit, like FINE shit. I'm like, oh. That is beneath me. Y'all got it. No, we're not doing that. No.
Nah, man. Nah.
Rich said, this is where I draw the line. Right.
This is
That's
where I
it.
draw. This is where we decide to not. I can't. I'm not finna fit in with y'all. I'm okay. I'm good. Y'all got it. That is y'all thing.
Yeah.
And I guess we might as well go ahead and start off with talking about what went down last weekend or last Friday. We talking about fitting in and trying to fit in with a lot of things. The Rock is trying to collect souls. Like it's SmackDown versus Raw 2011. You play Road to WrestleMania, The Undertaker, and you got to play that mini mode where you have to collect souls for the urn. Like,
Oh, I forgot about that, bro. Yo,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Hey man, look, listen.
The most bizarre segment that I've ever seen. And I watched Stone Cold get sacrificed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good point.
And
you watched He Who Shall Not Be Named play, tag with God.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah.
I've seen Ultimate Warrior throw up like some fake blood, vomit, black stuff or whatever from old school Undertaker.
He did that.
He did do that, didn't he?
Oh boy.
Papa Shango.
Yep.
Boogeyman.
The Worms.
Yeah.
I think it didn't help with the fact that Rock was just a rambling uncle that was drunk off of tequila.
That's his problem.
Seriously, lay off the tequila.
His problem. You know how like Goldberg kept doing that thing where like before his matches he would bang his head against the door, and then we was wondering like, damn, Goldberg got another concussion. It's like, duh, this nigga keep banging his head against the door before the match, like he's concussing himself. The Rock is going out there concussing himself before these segments. He's going out there drunk as shit, taking all these shots at his bum ass Terramana, and then he got to go out there and fucking explain himself and try to make this shit make sense, and he's losing track of the fucking plot.
Man,
hey, bro.
This nigga saying, I'm having a moment. I'll come out there and slap the syphilis off your neck right now. I'm like, excuse me?
It's almost as if like he's managed to get worse over time. And did I text y'all that? I said,
yeah,
that's what I was just getting ready to say. We were literally talking about like how bad that segment was, and Gresh was like, I don't know how, but somehow he got worse on the mic instead of maintaining his level of greatness or getting better. He somehow received like his physical traits and wrestling ability. Like it sapped his mic skills with it. So as he's physically not able to perform in the ring, he's gone that way on the mic now. And it's a sad thing to see, but it's like, bruh, your segment should only be 5 to 10 minutes. I don't give a damn what Brian Gerwitz or nobody else got to say. Give your ass some bullet points and go from there. Keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it concise. We don't need rambling drunk Uncle Rock. You know, Cody, I'm gonna take your food, give me your food, slap syphilis out the face, WrestleMania, bro. Like, no, bro. Like, you're not doing it for us no more, bro. You don't do it no more. I'm sorry.
You speaking some truth on that, Jermaine. I mean, the thing about it, I guess I'll be like one little minority. I mean, initially at first watch, I ain't really think it was all that bad. I just thought maybe just come so numb to this version of him as of late, probably because he's just done this for quite a while now. But I don't know. As I was looking at this segment, I was like, okay, you on that shout out to a throwback cartoon, Classic 3000. You know what I'm saying? Kind of on that old boy, you know, when he was like, all we want is your soul. You know, we just want your soul. And I'm like, oh, okay, you trying to be on your Illuminati record label type stuff where you trying to just like, oh, okay, hey man, you know, you give us everything, and we're gonna have you pretty much on everything, every movie, every poster, every this and that and that. You just blow up out of nowhere, you know, as if his current fame isn't already enough. He's like, hey, we're gonna take you to a whole another level. All you gotta do is just bend over backwards real quick and give us your soul for a second, you know. That's just what my mind went to, was seeing all of this after a while. It was just kind of like, okay, that's kind of sort of genius, you know, with this final boss version of him, you know. But like y'all said, I mean, this whole like Rock, I need you to figure out what the heck you're gonna be, because this whole babyface heel thing, like, why are you pandering to the crowd and then you telling I'm gonna smack syphilis off the face? What? Like, come on.
It started off like that. Like, he literally went from revealing where the next year's WrestleMania is going to be. We're going to get to that in a second. He really went from there. He started singing like, oh, when the sings. He's like, no, this is a sing along with The Rock. I'm like, what? You was just pandering to them, and now you don't want them to sing along, and then you finished it, and they still cheered, and he was like, yeah, you like that. I'm like, and you just insult me?
Rock in one promo bounced back and forth between heel and face more than Big Show did back in the 2000s.
He turned heel and face in this one promo more times than the Big Show did in 2011.
For 30 minutes, which is crazy.
I mean, it was weird. It was disconjointed. It got creepy. I mean, it was just like, and you know, you hate to see your favorites go out like that. And you know, to kind of equate it with sports, it's almost like, and this is why I stopped hooping, because after a certain point, when I couldn't do certain things, I was just like, I'm done, because nobody will ever be able to say they saw Jermaine play basketball and he looked washed. I just stopped. And my son, this big goofy 6'7" goofball dancing around acting like he's shooting right now. Because he knows, like, I'm not going to go out there and play, bro. Like, I'm just not. If it's just me and you and it's like nobody there, maybe. But maybe not even that, because nobody in their lifetime will ever be able to say that. And this is why, like, sometimes you just need to know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Good reference, brother.
So, yeah, we're going to see what. And it's funny how on Raw, they literally had to chop down like 25 minutes of this into a minute or less to hype up what's going down on this coming Saturday, which will be, will Cody Rhodes sell his soul? Because in other words, for those of you who are still confused, he basically wants a modern corporate champion. And it would work, in my opinion, if Cody already wasn't corporate. Because he's a good guy, but he's already corporate, in my opinion. His face is on the trucks. He's doing media. He's doing conferences. He's doing pretty much marketing towards bringing people in. They're always boasting about numbers. He's practically the champion of them being when they're the most marketable right now. He over 5 billions. I don't know the specific numbers, but he's pretty much a corporate champion. He's always touting, hey, watch WWE. Hey, I'm the face of WWE, the new era of WWE. So it's like
QB1 is his other moniker.
QB1. He's like, I'm the main quarterback. There's no backup over here. So it's like, the reason why I feel like this doesn't work, this would have worked if Rock would have came in last year and gave him an ultimatum. Say, hey, you can continue to go the regular route, or I can help you defeat my cousin. You see what I'm saying? Like, he has nothing. He has nothing to lose. Or if he like doesn't choose to sell his soul, because I'm like, he's already the champion. He's already doing the things that you expect a corporate champion to do.
But that's what he has to lose, though. The title.
The title.
His position. His his position, him being at the top of the mountain, that's what he has to lose.
True, because I guess you could say that corporate side to a degree that, Gresh, you mentioned that he kind of already has. A lot of that goes out the window, even though he still wore the suits and all that before the title. It's like, I guess a lot of that goes away once that championship is gone. It's like that unspoken superpower, if you will. And it's like taking away the cape. And then it's like, you ain't Superman no more, son. Like, you just stripped you of them duties.
It's The Rock saying, I can make all of these things happen for you. I can make this road easier for you. But at the same time, if you say no, the final boss can easily take all of these things away.
Yeah. Shout out to the homie Ed Decent on Twitter the other day. I think it was like last night or maybe earlier today or something. But he asked the question. He was like, if The Rock takes Cody's soul, where does the adrenaline go? I'm just saying, bro. Like, where does it go?
I did respond to. They replied that I said they're gonna do the Dragon Ball fusion, and it's gonna be Adrenamana.
Yeah.
It's gonna be right. Adrenaline Terramana. The Adrenamana.
Hey.
Oh boy. You can feel the goosebumps already.
People. See that?
Goosebumps. Yeah. But yeah, the segment was just Rock, get it together. What they also need to get together is SmackDown in general, because asking me to sit through 3 hours of that show had me questioning my life choices on Friday.
Man, bro, I am so glad. Just like I told y'all with AEW, I'm so glad I just catch those clips, because I can just whatever I'm interested in. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh my god, yo, I'm sitting here watching this show. I'm like,
bro, it got to a point where you're watching the show and it's like, is it over? Is this the last segment? And then you forget there's a whole like other match that has to happen and everything. It's like I was like, wait a minute, we still got more show left?
No, that's the horrible thing. You be like, okay, shoot, yeah, it's 9:55. We about to go, and then you look at the clock. You be like, there's a whole nother hour of this product. Why are we doing this?
Money.
Yeah, man.
I get the money part, but me as what I'm watching, I'm like,
oh yeah, sure.
That's for them. That's for them Gen Zers that were complaining when they grew up with the 3-hour Raws.
No, what's cracking me up is it's funny. The people who were complaining when they went back to 2 hours for Raw are the ones that are complaining for 3 hours on SmackDown. I'm like, no.
Y'all asked for this. Y'all asked for this.
They did.
Now you got it.
You got it.
Now you mad. No, this is what you asked for.
Yeah.
Sit there and finish your breakfast. That's facts, brother.
But
now you gotta eat it.
Yeah, the thing is it to be honest, it felt like a show that got a couple of segments dumped on it last second. And they were just trying to figure out, what do we cut from, like take it totally off the show to replace it with this. And then we have to everything else that we're going to keep, we have to like shrink it down some. So it felt like that's to me, just like knowing the way television works in production and post-production and whatnot, it just felt like there was a whole lot of last minute changes, and they just kind of threw it together and was like, let's pray to God that this works in this format. And I think it would have been better had they started off the show with The Rock. That way you could better figure out how to cut from stuff, from that point moving forward. But putting him in the middle of the show, I think it threw everything off.
It sucked the air out for sure. Because I mean, bro, I agree with you. Like, they've done this before. They've had him open a show with a segment, or even close it. They've had him do that too. Between the two, that did not need to be in the middle because it just sucked any momentum.
I'm surprised they did that, because DIY and Pretty Deadly had to follow that. I'm like,
That's crazy.
Good luck.
Yeah.
You didn't do your tag champ. No favors.
Yeah, they did not organize that very well. And I mean, the other thing is like, why do women got to keep getting the short end of the stick when it comes to these situations? I don't understand that. Like the women always seem to be the ones to get cut, not existing there at all.
That's a nice segue because apparently a lot of women are frustrated with the current booking because according to Sean Rossap of Fightful Select on this past Wednesday, there is reportedly growing frustrations in the WWE Women's division over their booking. He said this, and I quote, "I have spoken with plenty of women in WWE who are frustrated about the booking of the women. I know there have been some mania pitches that have been rejected because people are like, token tag matches aren't something that they want to do. They want things put on a more even playing field in the women's division." And yeah, for the main roster, yeah, because we said this countless times. NXT is literally the playbook. It's the playbook. Like it's not picture perfect, but it's the playbook of what you do. You have all these women. If you take booking away, it is stacked across the board. They have incredible talent on Raw, incredible talent on SmackDown. They got rid of some talent that had promise. Carmella, for instance, she's now a free agent. Apparently, I know her medical history was a factor, probably. That's just me assuming. But it's so many talent from past, current, and present that it's like booking. If you put it on an even playing field, I feel like they can sink or swim if you want them to. So, but yeah, it's that this SmackDown was literally an example of, and honestly, Raw was kind of too, because outside of the main event, everything else in the middle kind of felt like, like here you go. Like
there was only the one Rhea Ripley interview in the crowd, and then EO crashed the interview, and they had a stare down. And I believe you had the main event tag match, and I want to say that was about it.
Well, yeah, Lyra.
Yeah, Lyra defended.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Lyra and Dakota. You did. Okay, so we had the two matches and then the one interview. But I mean, it sometimes it does that. Like they do have a point, and I get where those ladies are coming from because, just I think it was last week on SmackDown, if I'm not mistaken, or Raw, one of those. Like Bianca. No, Naomi was supposed to have a match, I believe, with Liv or whatever.
It was on SmackDown,
it ended up being a fight, and it blew up, and then boom, that was it. Like it was like literally like 4 minutes, the total segment, entrances and everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're not giving them time to do anything. You're not giving them time to breathe. It didn't advance a storyline. It didn't set up anything. It didn't like mean anything. You just had them out there. And that's what they're talking about as far as being booked better. They want to be booked to like mean something and have their appearances like advance a storyline or work towards something meaningful or tangible, not just coming out there, you have a brawl, a pull apart, boom, okay, we're gonna have a match. Like that could have been something different. You didn't have to just shove them out there and like, okay, here you go. Like it seemed almost like a here STFU. Like we put you on the show, and I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, nigga, damn.
Yeah, exact. Thank you. I couldn't think of the phrase, but yeah, there you go. But like it just, I don't know. They gotta find out something. They gotta do something different.
See, it's almost as if I'm sure a lot of people, especially shout out to any lady content creators out there that cover space. Like I've heard some of their opinions and thoughts, and I almost kind of want to agree with them when they say, in a way, you got so many women now, like as Gresh just mentioned, across all three brands. You might as well just go ahead and find a way to just give them a show of their own, like an hour show. It doesn't have to be 2 hours or 3 hours. Give them 1 hour. You can cover so much ground with that, where the tag team championships are more featured prominently. The mid card titles are featured prominently. Something, you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
I don't know about that.
That will work if they didn't already have 3 hours on Fridays and 2.5 hours with stretch time on Mondays.
Okay, so then
you can easily incorporate them into the main shows.
And 2 hours on NXT.
Yeah,
And
so then okay, I'm glad you brought up the 3 hours on SmackDown then, right, bro? Because like here's the thing. Well, one, remember that's supposedly temporary, right? So they're supposed to at some point going back to 2 hours. But what if you experimented? What if you took the third hour of SmackDown and just made it where it was strictly women booking around that third hour or something, or the second hour, one of those hours, make it strictly where it's just back to back to back women segments.
You would think that's what they would do because
yeah,
Shawn Michaels can literally stuff 20 women in 30 minutes of a 2-hour show.
Crazy. And that's crazy. Whether it's a match, a backstage segment, a walkthrough, and attacking a parking lot, he'll figure that shit out. So it's like
he'll figure it out.
I don't know why they can't find the time on the main roster. Like it just doesn't make any sense.
And the thing is, too, I've also heard people say, "Well, if the men suck, can we hold the women accountable?" So they're not given the opportunity to show if they can sink or swim. That's the problem.
Exactly.
That's everybody's problem. It's like give them the equal playing field. So if it sucks, they'll know they can pivot. But if you just give them 2 to 3 minutes a show, you don't know what you got. Like I'm gonna use Lyra Valkyria as an example. She defended her women's title, her Intercontinental title on Raw. Barely got a reaction. And it has nothing to do with her talent. It has nothing to do with her ability to evoke some type of emotion. They're not doing anything.
True. Yeah, oh, go ahead, girl.
I was just gonna say it's because they're not allowing these characters to be flushed out. They're not allowing them time to breathe on these shows. Like if you watch the match with Lyra and Dakota, they were able to get the crowd into the match. But it's just that on that intro, on that come out, first of all, we don't know your fucking music. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't understand what your character is. You know what I'm saying? So then boom, when you get into the ring and the bell rings, all right, it takes a minute, but they can win over the crowd and they get all the "this is awesome" chants and all of that. But that's just based off of their actual work. And that's besides the fact of the booking isn't doing them any favors.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying. Like, yeah, you can main event Raw. Like, trust me, we're giving you your flowers. You let the women cook in the main event because I'm gonna tell you this right now. That was one of the best main events in recent memory when it comes to across the board. I won't even just put a gender on it. That was one of the best. Like it had me hooked to the point where I'm like, okay, when is this going to end? And not in the like, oh my God, wrap this up. It's like, oh my God, who is going to take the pin? Is Jay going to come back? Like they built this up nicely. More of that across the board. That's all we're saying. More of that across the board. And for the people who are like, oh, they did this or they did that, you can't really dismiss. You can't really give the flower if we're not acknowledging the constructive criticism. Y'all be so quick to just dismiss people's constructive criticism and be like, oh, but you got this. Oh, but you got this. We're saying, hey, balance it out. That's all we're saying.
Right. There is some work to be done, and it don't matter if they main evented Raw or not, because that was a big match and a big title change and whatnot. So they deserve that main event spot. We're talking about the previous 2.5 or 2 or so hours before that they got on. That's the time we're talking about, because if you have anywhere between 7 and 8 hours of television every week, or streaming, if you want to include Netflix as streaming and not television, but you have between 7 and 8 hours of TV that you put on every week. You mean to tell me you can't find at least 2 solid hours out of that 7 to 8 hours to feature the ladies on your roster outside of, I'll say an hour and a half outside of what NXT is doing, because they got it right. So let's just call it for what it is. You have between 5 and 6 hours on SmackDown and Raw to find at least an hour and a half to feature the ladies that you have on your roster who are supposed to be bigger and better stars than the ones that Sean is working with down at NXT. Somehow, some way, in them 2 hours that he has every week, he finds a way, like Graham said, to feature at least 20 different women. And he gets it done. We all know who they are. We know their entrance music. We know their characters. We've been introduced to them. Everything is clicking down there. How come you can't do that on the main roster?
And we're not saying dedicate 2 whole hours or 3 hours to, like, we're not saying, hey, give us a woman only show. We're not really saying that. You can experiment. When you say experiment, it's like, oh, hey, let's see if this works. If it doesn't work, you completely you pivot. That's the beauty of entertainment. They call themselves a television product. Act like every other television product out there. They literally test something and then they pivot if it doesn't work. If the feedback is like, oh yeah, that's horrible. Oh yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. But you have to give them that opportunity to show if they can sink or swim, if they are good, or if they need to, like, okay, yeah, you're not really good as a talent. We're gonna have you as a manager. You're not really there yet wrestling, so we're gonna try to put you in this group. We're gonna, like, case in point, you're not really good in the ring, but you are entertaining a little bit. So let's put you with Chelsea Green and Piper Niven to see if you can mesh with that act right quick. Or hey, you're not really fluid on the mic, but we're gonna put you on in we're gonna link you up with Zelina Vega to kind of see if you guys can mesh well. Like, that's what we're saying. That's what we're placating for. It's like, hey, give them an even playing field, because you got us sitting here, and I'm just gonna call it space. You got us sitting here listening and watching Ridge Holland on NXT, and brother ain't clicking with me. He clicking with somebody, but it ain't clicking with me. But they're giving him that opportunity to click with somebody. That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
One of the good examples of a woman's character that they've put in the right position and let her click is Maxine Dupree, because she was very, very green, didn't have very much talent, but her aesthetic was good, and she was pretty decent as far as an entertainer is concerned and on the mic and whatnot. So what do? You put her with Alpha Academy and have her be like an understudy to one of the best wrestlers in the world, Chad Gable, and his stable of guys that he's trying to train and come up. And then every time you saw Maxine go out there, she added a little bit. She added another layer to her character and to her in-ring work, to where now she doesn't look like, this total goofball in the ring. She still has her hiccups and whatnot, but they put her in a position to succeed, and she's thriving. There's like 20, 30 other women that they can still be doing the same thing for, that they need to give that kind of attention and focus to, and just find the right positions for them to thrive in.
And it's crazy you say that, Jermaine, because Maxine still, even with the time we barely see her sometimes, that woman still gets crazy pops from the crowd the moment, like, Alpha Academy comes out like that. Case in point, the Royal Rumble, right? The Royal Rumble was the perfect taste test of what every woman from this entire conversation, from the music being unrecognizable to...
once they got past that music.
Yeah, it was like, who's that? Oh, it's you. Or when they knew it was somebody like a star, like a Bianca or somebody, they went crazy. Maxine was one of those ones. They recognized her. They knew the music. They knew who she was. She got in there. She got a pop. How can Maxine Dupree get a pop? And yet, here comes, you name it, Candice LeRae, for crying out loud. No pop. And you're just like, but it's super phenomenal in-ring talent. But no pop, and we've never really had a chance to even care about what she can do, truth be told. And it's like, I feel like the women are having the problem that, remember in the VKM era, how it used to be like they kept relying on the same old stars and they're like not giving other people a chance. That's kind of what they're.
That's a big part of it, brother.
Yeah, that's what they're doing with the women right now. It's like. The Biancas, the Beckys, the Baileys, the Charlottes, and the ones who pretty much established themselves are being showcased. We know what they can do. We know who they are. But what about these up-and-comers? That's why I'm so nervous for these NXT women, like a Jada Parker, like a Lola Vice, like a Sol Ruka, and the list goes on, because I'm like, they are cooking here because Sean is booking them correct. But the moment they get that call up, what are we gonna do if nobody's trying to get them?
Where do you place them? Where exactly do they fit into the current atmosphere?
Exactly.
And it falls on the booking and also falls on the presentation too, because you can book someone fluidly, but if their music is ass, or if their presentation is ass, like all over the place, where it just sounds like a hope, like no one can recognize anything, or they don't have a character that helps them stand out. What's the point? It needs to be fluid across the board. They need to be fluid across the board.
Sucks.
The music
Dakota's theme is trash, boy.
She's had that thing for 4 weeks. And every time it plays, I still hit like, who the fuck is this?
They tried. They tried. I'll give them credit for they tried to give her a theme with some lyrics.
I need them to try harder. Shit, yeah. I'm tired. Like you remind me of the dude on Twitter who be like, at least they're trying. I appreciate you for looking for some positivity in the line of bullshit. I appreciate you for doing that. But I'm tired of the positivity. I am not New Day anymore. I need them to step the hell up, because I'm tired of accepting mediocrity in my professional wrestling.
Can I address this? Can I address this? Because Ronnie been going crazy in the chat for a minute, and I appreciate your enthusiasm, brother.
Go for it.
This right here, where you say you can't compare Ivy Nile, B-Fab, Michin, Dakota Kai, and Lyra Valkyria with a Becky Lynch or Bianca Belair. Actually, we can't. That's the purpose of this conversation, because these women, like the Becky, the Bianca, the Rhea, they're the ones that continue to get the opportunities. And Lyra, Dakota, Michin, B-Fab, Ivy Nile have these personalities that aren't being flushed out. They have these characters that aren't being flushed out. They're not getting the opportunities such as the other women that are at the top of the card. Rightfully so. Those women are rightfully so at the top of the card. But how do you continue to bring along the future? How do you continue to bring along the next generation? How do you continue to tell us and show us who's next up? They have to provide them.
You need that opportunity, because if you don't have that opportunity, you're just another body on the roster that's taking up a check.
Exactly. And the sad part about it all is, remember how we got on AEW about like how they used to, their storylines is through like being the elite. And you're like, brother, everybody ain't finna watch that on YouTube to know about this person. Why isn't these ladies got to try to stand out with their character on their social media pages? Because B-Fab be killing these promos. And yet you would never know it, because if you ain't following her on social media and seeing this stuff, you ain't going to know it because you're not seeing it on the main roster. You know what I mean? So it's just like, yo, at some point you got to get these opportunities out when you need to be. You feel me? Like, you got to.
And last thing, he said, but because they're not ready, they aren't ready for the main roster. You have to. That's what NXT is for. Most of these people came from NXT. They were ready, or at least had prime example of being ready in NXT, and they called them up to do nothing. You cannot be. It's like what I don't know what's not comprehending. In order for you to be ready for something, it's either sink or swim. Case in point, Dominic Mysterio, for the longest time before he turned heel, he was not ready
at all.
He got the opportunity to get ready on the road. That's what we're saying. Do this across the board. And if they completely fumble, then hey, at least the company themselves tried. But we're calling out the fact that they're not even trying with some of these people.
Yeah. Oh,
no, he's fine now. He's good now.
Solo Sikoa is another one of that, bro. Remember?
That's another one. Like, that brother was not ready.
Was not ready. But you see how he evolved, and he's gotten his reps in, and he's gotten into himself and figured himself out.
Have to, like, that's the thing too. Like, I'm gonna take you to the South. I'm gonna take you to church. I'm gonna take you literally to a southern church.
All right now.
In order for you, like, I literally was thwarted into choir, into dance, into acting, and I was horrible. There's literally points where I don't want footage to be shown. That's how horrible I was. But instead of me quitting, and instead of me just accepting mediocrity, I said, okay, bet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for an opportunity, and the people who are in charge gave me that opportunity. And you know what happened? I got better on the mic. I got better with rhythm. I got better with dance. I got better with acting. So it's like, you need to keep giving them that opportunity, or at least present them an opportunity. And if they fumble, then it's on them. It's not on you. At least you as a company try. That's WWE, AEW, TNA, MLW, whatever. If you have three letters in your company name, I'm talking to you. Give them the opportunity, and if they suck, then they suck. That's all we're saying.
Hey, at this time, I would like to pass around the collection plate.
He said,
Bow our
okay,
heads for the benediction.
okay, Ricochet. Aha!
Bow our heads for the benediction.
He said, "Bow, Ricochet. Take that, Ricochet."
But it's like you can't expect something to get better when you don't give it time. And this is why, as a person that fancies himself a kitchen connoisseur, like there's some things that you just have to let cook. There's some things that take time to put together. Like I can't expect to get in here and, like, for example, make crawfish pies and just snap my fingers and bam, the pies are just gonna come together. I can't come in here and expect, you know what, I'm gonna just do this and boom, it's gonna be good. No, it don't work like that. Now, I may be able to cut some corners here or there and accelerate the process, you know, like using an instant pot or an air fryer or something like that, or a gadget, or like I got this little thing that chops vegetables for you and stuff, makes it easy on you. Like there's some things you can do to make it easier, but the only way you get to that point and you know how to cut those corners and make things easier and shorten that time is when you get actual reps doing what it is that you have to do. You cannot get there by taking shortcuts. You have to take the long way to get there first and then know how to take the shortcuts. All we're saying is you need to give them time to learn that process before they get good, before you can say, okay, I can stick you out there for a full 8-minute segment, entrances, match, and everything included, and you can get your shit in, pop the crowd, advance the storyline, and do all of this other stuff. You can't expect them to do that if you're only giving them 2, 3, 4 minutes a night and they're not getting enough time to do everything. And you can't give them that, and you can't expect them to have sporadic appearances once a month on TV and then be like, oh, boom, there we go. We got it together.
That's the problem too. You can't, like Ben said on Thursday, you can't keep putting people on TV and then snatching them away for weeks on end and then bringing them back and then expecting us to continue to care like we did 3 weeks ago. Because the shock value don't fade away. We don't moved on with somebody else, and it's like I don't live my life without you, so I'm cool with that. And it's like the same people who complain about seeing the same people in the same position all the time. Y'all sure is vocal about people sucking, but it's like they're not given the opportunity. We've already told you straight up. You got to give them the opportunity so they can sink or swim. You can't really be so quick to dismiss them. And then, one of my main favorite is some people like to call for people to be fired. But then
my God,
when they get fired or they find opportunity somewhere else, you call them a traitor. Why the hell would I want to work over here if I'm a traitor? If you think I suck, but then when I go over here, you want to call me a traitor?
Or worse than that, they call for them to get fired. They go somewhere else and shine, and it's like, oh, they fumbled.
Like you do know we see you, right? We see y'all.
You wanted them gone.
Exist.
Yeah, you wanted them gone. And you were saying they were sucking, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. They go somewhere else, they find those opportunities, and they start to shine, and then it's like, oh, they fumbled. No, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. You either have cake or ice cream. You ain't eating them both. All right?
Yeah.
Pick a struggle.
Oh my God.
So much we can go back and forth with everybody, and it's like it would be a waste. But overall, continue to cook if you can. If you suck, you suck. If you're good, you're good. The reason why I say that is because I watched WWE LFG. They have some amazing prospects on there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And the women are outshining the men. Hint, hint.
Bro. The very first prospect match they had Zeta May Steele against the little peppy cheerleader girl. I can't remember her name. But those two ladies went out there, and the little peppy cheerleader girl, that was only like, she's only been doing it for a few months, and I think Zeta's only been doing it for maybe a year or so. And
Yeah, she's the one that signed with Gabe Stevenson. So
the Olympian.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's been at it for a while though.
She's been at it for about a year.
But I mean, when you look at them and you look at that match that they had, and you look at the men's match, bro, there was no question they outshined the men. Easily.
And then this week they had I forgot her name. She's from Aussie as well. She's Tatiana.
Oh, Tatiana Dumas. Her first ever match.
And I'm like, you have promise. Once you get out of your head, you have promise. You said she fine.
Hey man, let me pull her up. Let me see.
The name just sounded like, you feel me? She might be saucy, so I just had
to go on, Graham. Go on.
It's like, it's the accent, man. The accent always
the killer. Yeah,
that's the reason why people be like, what voodoo does Rhea Ripley have over people? And I'm like, it's the accent.
Yeah. It's the look at that.
You see it, Graham? You see it? Okay, cool. I was about to send it to you. I was like, wait a minute. I gotta put you on. I gotta let you know.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, she did American Ninja Warrior too.
Yes, sir.
She did the Aussie Ninja Warrior.
Replace. I ain't gonna say that, but never mind.
And that's the thing too. It's like, trust me, we acknowledge that a lot of people just aren't good. Trust me, we will tell you if something sucks.
Oh yeah.
We just don't.
If you want to go to the archive,
you said what? We just don't really want to focus on those negatives.
Yeah, we just try to focus on the negatives. We try to look for the positive, because it's like, we have people out here who makes their entire YouTube and podcasting career built off of negativity. Yeah. So it's like, we try to look for the positives and try to give the opportunity. But trust me, if they fumble, we're gonna be like, yeah. If he follows on social media, trust me, we're like, ooh, that wasn't good. And we just move on from it. In my case, I mute it because for some reason I always trend. Whenever I say something subtle, I always trend. Like they ask, hey, who should beat Chris Jericho for the ROH World Title? I said retirement. That shit got over 600,000 viewership. I said, what the
fuck?
Hey man, that was like, but I mean, the thing is you're gonna have some things that's gonna overstay their welcome, and Chris Jericho is one of those things. Unfortunately for everyone, we have to keep enduring this because he's good for their TV deals, because the TV networks like him for some reason. They think he's a box office star, and they keep wanting him out there.
True,
but box office star.
Even Geritol got to expire at some point in time.
You said what?
Chris Geritol. Chris Geritol, man. Even that got to expire at some point,
Man.
Geritol.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Wow.
Hey, man.
I think that was one of the best things since somebody said he was built like an air fryer.
Oh my god! Hey, but y'all want negativity? We're gonna give you some negativity. WWE acknowledged Black History Month.
Wow. Oh,
bullshit! I'm calling bullshit.
Wow,
bullshit.
Y'all want negativity? Let's get real negative. Hey,
they said Trump done roll back all these DEI initiatives. You know what I'm saying? Let's get cooking. You feel me? We can roll back some initiatives on this side too. Shit.
Tell us how you really feel.
Y'all time 2020 to 2023. Y'all time is up, niggas.
Tell us how you really feel. Tell us how you really feel. Hey, and it ain't exactly like we won a lot of matches this month either. I'm just saying.
You had a Native American beating a black man in a strap match.
Hey, you know what's funny? You know
Bro,
what's
if you
funny,
gotta
bro?
ask why that's negative, man, shut the fuck up and stop commenting, bro. I'm
I
sorry.
think it be cracking me up. It be cracking me up though, because it's like we do be acting like we gotta be invincible during Black History Month. And I'm like,
I don't get. See, listen, that part, I don't get. That part I don't get. I don't listen. I don't want to be invincible just for 1 month because that's one fucking month,
Exactly.
and it's the shortest month of the year.
Even on a leap year, god dang it.
I need you to be.
Bye, motherfucker. Ain't nobody gonna miss your bitch ass.
Oh shit, nigga said deuces.
Fuck if you leaving.
Uh-oh. We lost one fight.
Yeah, I
Oh,
tried to
well.
hold my tongue for as long as I could, bro. I've been
Listen,
doing
bro,
real
you
good for
good,
about
man.
30,
I
45
like-
minutes. But at
They
some
don't,
point,
brother, they don't call it Grudge Unleashed for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I don't trust me.
Look.
I either ignore you, I acknowledge you. I give you the decency of acknowledging your comment because hey, some of the stuff you did say, but then after a while, it's like, bro, you starting to call for people's jobs and shit. Like, nigga, at the end of the day, take your broke ass on. Like we don't need you around here. Like we're gonna be negative when we want to be negative.
bro, we got
But we're gonna
enough
try
shit
to
to
look
deal
for
with.
the balance in it because that's the beauty behind it. We trying to we trying to find that middle ground because hey, at the end of the day, it's fucking wrestling.
Exactly.
You dummies.
And guess what? They all getting paid handsomely.
Oh, bro.
Handsomely.
You
for
see
what
that
they're doing.
downside?
Oh, yeah.
And that sound sounds like what 300K?
Yeah,
200.
200 to 350.
Between 200 and 300.
minimum. I'm trying
I'm like,
to get
what the
paid
fuck
like
is-
that.
I'm like, bro, can we sit and get paid to sit in catering just like we say, hey,
Look.
let's be a bench player for one of these NFL NBA teams? Because I mean, I'll take that real quick. Let's go.
Like at the end of the day, like we're gonna say and do whatever the fuck we want. And I'm not gonna miss you on social media. So if you block me on social media, fuck you, fuck everything you stand for, and I do not care.
Hey, bro, 300K. That's almost 5,800 a week.
Man,
Look here.
it's a lot.
That's more in a week than some people make in a whole month.
Facts.
That's more than what I made in the past 2 years. I'm like, shit,
Bro, I'm just saying,
I'm
bro.
just now
Like,
reaching 100K,
bro.
barely. Like I'm knocking on the door. Once you take taxes away, I'm making less. So
See, that's a goal.
You know,
that's a
and
goal to
the
even
crazy-
get there.
Bro, the crazy thing is, man, is like you want to get there and you want to get to that point and you want to be able to live comfortable and whatnot. And we know that a lot of their expenses come out of that salary. But at the same time, when you're using it for your job, a lot of that is a tax write-off as well.
Mhm.
So it's like, you know, the company gonna take care of some stuff, and then some of the stuff you may have to take care of. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's for your job. It's a tax write-off. If you live within your means, you can set yourself up for life. And we talking about that's just the minimum, and it was somewhere between 200 and 300 is the bare minimum that you're getting. Like if you don't do nothing, TV, nothing, no merchandise, no nothing, 200 to 300 minimum. Like, come on, man. Like, bruh, like that's even in this messed up economy with eggs being like $1,000, you know, you got to put down a down
To the
payment.
point where I have to
groceries.
when it comes to eggs, I'm scared to finish all the eggs because I'm a hungry nigga. Like I'm always eating.
Look,
So I'll be like, I'll be cooking breakfast. I'll be like, damn, do I really need this egg right now?
Yeah. Well, how many more we got left in the box?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's not even that. It's like, listen, I was at the point now where I was like, bro, is it possible for me to cut this egg in half and store the rest?
Bro, imagine that. Imagine niggas doing that. Hey, I'm gonna cut
Like
this in
just
half.
crack it open and then like get a little bit out of it and then put the
That
rest up and be like,
junk gonna
yeah,
deteriorate in a matter of minutes.
yeah.
look, man.
Hey, where my other half go? It was just here yesterday. What the
Half
hell?
an egg is crazy, P.
Bro.
Hey, let's go half on the egg. You know, shit, like no. Okay.
Look,
But
it's
but
gonna be
if you got like Sam's, you spend like 10 like I think I spent $7 for like 24.
I gotta look that up again, man, because my mom was telling me, she was like, go to Sam's, it may be better.
Sam's or Costco. Like I just shop like I'm basically shopping for like 5 people, even though I eat for like 2.
Yeah.
So
it's 3 of us, and I still got
it's a middle ground, but yeah, eggs is honestly, it ain't even eggs. Like I'm still on the gas going up. Like, hey, shit.
Yeah,
like,
that's
because I do a lot of driving for work, and I'd be like, fuck.
Whoa,
we back to 3. God damn. All right,
yeah,
bro.
3.
Like 309.
Nah, leave it alone, bro. I'm in California. Y'all don't know nothing about struggle.
I forgot y'all. I forgot y'all spent like 25.
No, fuck that, nigga. I just paid $5.39 yesterday. What the fuck is we talking about?
For gas?
For gas, bro. For gas, bro. $5.39.
So
gallon.
in a fuel efficient E85.
And you know what my problem? You know what my problem with that is? It's 9/10 of a gallon. 9/10. Have y'all ever noticed that? If y'all look at the board at the,
it's like 9 cents. It's not even a full gallon.
Why the fuck I can't get the? All right, bro. You niggas is playing.
Get them out of here.
See, these niggas complain about eggs, and we complain about gas, nigga. Rent going up. Like these months are going by fast. I could have sworn it just became February, but now I gotta pay rent on Saturday. Like fuck y'all and y'all complaints about fucking eggs. Shit. How about that? Damn.
Nah,
I'm embarrassed to even say what I paid after hearing Graham's story. Shit,
man. Yeah,
$5.39. I'm fucking walking. I'm gonna be a power walker. I'm gonna
give me a bike
down the street.
Give me a scooter.
$5 out here. Like, bro, I will walk to Brian bitch ass Kemp's house and be like, bro, I am not paying this shit. You gonna drop this goddamn price.
Somebody give me a scooter. Give me a bike.
My sister live out there in the Bay Area. Silicon Valley or whatever the hell you want to call it. And she got an electric car. She was like, nah, I can't do it. She was like, and she had that when she was staying back home. She had first got it because she knew eventually they was gonna move her out there. She was like, I might as well just be prepared for this shit.
She's smart. That was smart. As long as she got a charger at the crib, A1.
Yeah, I believe her complex has like a charging station for her car, so she's good.
She's in the win, boy. Because I'm telling you, if you got an electric car and you ain't got no, you got to go to the Lucky's, to the Safeway, whatever the fuck, and charge your motherfucking. You gonna sit there for an hour and a half,
bro.
And look,
I can't. No.
Who she worked for is even better because they're all eco-friendly and about all that stuff too. So I know. I think she said she got charging stations at work too. So she's solid. She's straight. But like when my daughter was just there visiting, she was like, "Dad, you have to pay for your grocery bags in California."
Yeah.
I was like, "What?
What?"
It's certain places in Maryland too. Like if you go to Maryland, if you I went to when I was in Maryland for a few shows, they literally tried to charge me for a plastic bag. They was like, it's $1 for a plastic bag. And I said, oh, okay, yeah, I paid for it. I grabbed that bitch and walked the fuck out. Like, fuck you. I already paid like $20 for some food. Like, you're not about to charge me an extra $1 for this bag. This is a free bag. This is gonna get thrown away anyway. I am not about to. No. So I said, man, fuck you. Give me the shit. And I'll walk the fuck out. Like, you ain't gonna see me again.
And here we are with Aldi's, where you freaking just got to bring your own bag. And here we thinking like, oh, okay, see, at least you can just do that.
I don't fuck with Aldi's because that shit be kind of expired too. But what isn't expired?
Great transition, brother.
But what isn't expired is Mariah May's obsession with Toni Storm.
Okay.
She's in her Azula era. If you watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, you know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about.
That crazy chick.
She's crazy.
Crazy
said,
ass.
Me too. Just started off Collision, just whooping her ass all over the place.
Wow. You know, these two so far are on track for feud of the year. I know it's mad early, but so far it seems to be like by a mile.
But I don't know if they'll get it because I think this rubber match is gonna be the blow off, and that's gonna be the end of it. But I love this feud though. I do love this feud because it shows like Toni Storm took this character to a whole different level. When she reverted back to rookie Tony and then reverted back to Timeless as a ruse just to get the title shot at Mariah May. And Mariah is in turn taking her character up a level by her turning up the heat on Timeless and turning on her and forcing her into this whole character change and then switch back and everything. And then now she's trying to take it up another level. So it's like they're both building each other up in this feud, and that's what I love to see in a good feud, and that's why I see why you would say feud of the year, because they're both like leveling up and taking it up a notch every step of the way. So I'm loving what these two ladies are doing.
Yeah.
I like it. I just wish they gave Mariah more shit to do in the meantime, that they were kind of getting this shit, because it's like she has no memorable feuds outside of Toni Storm for the duration of her run. It's just,
unless you are a fan of basically her opponents. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Graham, I was gonna say the only person that comes somewhat close is Mina Shirakawa. That's about it.
That's also a part of this.
That wasn't that memorable. I ain't even gonna hold
it wasn't. No, but it had potential to be because of their history. They just messed it up. Trying to copycat.
I don't know. And I get what you're saying, because that is like the drawback that I have heard consistently about Mariah's title reign was that it was almost like she was a placeholder for Toni Storm to switch and then switch back.
Yeah, we said that.
And yeah, we did talk about that. It just doesn't. And I don't know why you wouldn't like drag this out a little bit longer and give her at least a couple of memorable feuds back and forth and whatnot. Not her actually losing the title, but like maybe losing a non-title match to get somebody a title match and then beating them in the title match and then maybe giving them a rematch, something like that. But there just should have been better booking for her to make her more formidable as a champion.
Basically, this is another case of what we were saying earlier on the WWE side. Basically, you didn't give her much opportunity. You gave her a backstage promo, and then what? A couple of matches here and there. Like, yeah, she had a feud with a brief feud with Thunder Rosa, but it was like you didn't really give them that much to do. It was just like, oh, hey, we got another hardcore no DQ match that the women can bust each other up and bleed in. Okay.
Wait.
That's it.
Speaking of Thunder Rosa, quick slight subject change on the same promotion with the women. What the freak, bro? What? Megan Bain, Penelope Ford. What the hell is that? Who are they just out to get Thunder Rosa and just like kick her the heck out?
That whole segment was awkward. Did we acknowledge that Thursday, or we didn't acknowledge that Thursday?
I don't think we even mentioned it.
I don't think y'all did.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't think y'all talked about it, bro. That's why I'm like, what? Because I've been seeing people online just dogging.
It was so bad. I think I just blocked it out my brain. That's probably why.
It looked like either Megan and Penelope or Thunder, somebody on one of those two sides forgot something, how they were going to do something, improvise or whatever, or potentially because the referee was outside the ring and then he jumped in to separate them. It could have actually been the ref's fault. The ref was probably supposed to be in the ring to separate them or something like that. So you got to look at all the different angles of it.
I think the chair just made it awkward. The chair just made
it awkward. The chair made it really awkward.
She should have just ran out there.
Nice. But it's the way
the chair is bigger than you. Let's start there. So when you swing it over, it's about to take your whole body back. So it's like, and then you're that close. The ring is not that big, so you're trying to swing, and she's right there. And I'm like, bro, if you don't get this WWE 2K Battleground chair out my face, Like, let's start there. And then Megan is supposed to be built as an indestructible force, so she's not going to budge. And then Penelope grabbing the chair, I'm like, you just made it even more awkward. So yeah, the whole segment was just weird.
Yeah,
There's
bro.
a notation from Fightful Select. It says online speculation claimed that Bane and Ford may have went into business for themselves, but the claim internally was that that wasn't the case. Those that we spoke to said it would have been a coach or a producer miscommunication in not instructing the talent where to position themselves when that occurred. Now, while I understand that that could be a coach or producer miscommunication, somebody got to have some fucking instincts.
Thank you.
Like, what? She's supposed to come out here with it. We supposed to just stand here and make her look dumb? Like, we gotta
and the
do
thing is,
something.
everybody looked dumb.
Yeah, everybody.
Here's the thing: if you're the vet in that segment, you need to be the one to take over. Same thing. If you're the vet, or whatever in the match, you need to lead that match.
Thunder likely should have cracked somebody with the chair.
Thank you.
I would just threw it at somebody. Just say,
no, she did that. Remember, she did that at the end though. By the time they was already out the ring, she ended up throwing that jump. I'm just like, now you want to throw it?
Oh, her instincts is on delay. I'm gonna need you to not be like 2K online and pick up the glitch. Like, don't glitch, don't freeze.
She glitched hard.
She glitched big time. She was like, no. Save the segment. No, don't say that.
That's some fight forever type stuff right there, bro.
Hey, you know what? This is like old school, like when you was playing old school video games and somebody would unplug your controller while your man everybody just for a touchdown. Yep. And then next thing you know, your player just stopped. He just be frozen like this.
They just bounce.
That was Thunder with the chair, bro. Thunder just had the chair
like everybody's controller just disconnected. So now we just watching the footage. Just
yeah.
Like, hey, what happened?
We gonna play the game and they just standing there like this.
Hey, we just waiting for somebody to press pause and get the game going again. Like, you feel me? Just press start. You feel me? Like, we could get it cracked. Like, what's going on,
bro?
That whole segment was weird.
That shouldn't have been. It just shouldn't have been.
Like the old school Sonic video games where you just got him sitting there and he get the pat in his fucking foot. Like, I'm ready to go.
Ready to go.
Let's get the ball rolling. I could turn into a ball and roll myself. You feel me? But if you don't want to,
that just reminded me of WrestleMania 21 that day. My Xbox original people know they know structure.
Oh yeah, that game. Oh, that game was bad. Buddy. All those glitches and stuff.
That thing was glitching just like that. I was like,
yeah. And then for the modern fans who want to know, WWE 2K20 that released in 2019.
Yeah. That's
overall that segment was just weird. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for AEW outside of Revolution. Are we excited about Revolution? Like, is that something that we kind of care for? Because it's March 8th, to be exact.
The Revolution will be
next Saturday.
Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday?
Yeah. Okay. Next Sunday, like not this coming Sunday, but next. The 9th.
I'm excited.
Okay, you're right because it's the 9th. I'm thinking about NXT on. Elimination Chamber on the 1st.
Yeah, we're coming up on that. This is just me talking about it. Like, hey, are we sold on this right quick?
I think I know why Graham's like, Graham, you must be pulling up, bro. That's in your neck of the woods.
Nah. But I am going to the go home show. Dynamite and Collision, me and CJ gonna pull up to that.
Nice.
That's closer to my neck of the woods. This about 5 hours.
Yeah, he's like out. He's like, that car is not moving me to go 5 hours.
We gonna keep this shit in the gay area. You feel me? Or at least in the northern part of California, because they're gonna be in SAC. We gonna go to SAC. You feel me? I don't know what the fuck they're doing in Oakland, but they're in Oakland. I think this weekend.
What? Okay.
That's why they just picking up random locations. Like,
they do.
Like, bro, they was here in Atlanta. They went to fucking College Park.
And then they went, and before that, remember, bro, before that, they went up here, not too far from me, to freaking Athens.
In Athens and then Duluth. I'm like, nigga, y'all picking the most random. Center stage is right there. It is not that hard to sell out.
At all.
Yeah,
Coca-Cola, Roxy.
They was at down the street from me, the Fort Bend County Epicenter, which is in Rosenberg, Texas. They could have been right up the road in Sugar Land at the Smart Financial Center. Like, that's closer, is a little bit closer, about 10, 15 minutes up the road in town, you know, like a nicer arena or whatever, you know, a little bit bigger. But they keep going back to this Fort Bend Epicenter. And I'm cool with it because we had great seats. We got a Collision and a ROH taping. So, you know, hey, I'm cool with it. Like, keep coming. It is literally like, I want to say maybe 10 minutes from the crib. Like, so I'm like, cool, y'all can keep coming back. I'll keep coming. You know, that was my first AEW show live when they did that Collision on February 8th. And to be honest with you, I don't know if they've shown those ROH tapings or not, but Sammy Guevara was in the ROH tapings that happened after Collision. A part of the crowd had left, but I recorded the entrances. His pop was just as big as Mercedes in the full arena when she came out. I'm just saying.
I respect it. Like, that's another. It's like, he don't click with me personally, but if he click with somebody, hey, have fun. Kudos.
But again, caveat: he is from Houston.
He's from Texas.
So you know what I'm saying?
I take that back.
The area. So he's gonna connect with these people. But the thing is, you know, you would think that in a partially empty arena, he shouldn't get as loud of a pop, even if he is in his hometown, as one of your biggest stars.
I think it also helps that the fact that he's hasn't been in any type of trouble for the past like year and a half. I feel like that's what kept like turning a lot of people off with him, is because he kept staying in some bullshit.
And the thing is the smart thing they did was not only put him down in ROH to kind of bump him down a level, but pair him with Dustin Rhodes, somebody who's been there, done that. He has, you know, and now Dustin has had like substance abuse issues and things like that, but we're talking about somebody who's, you know,
who's
like
been clean for a while.
Yeah, he's a 40-year vet in the game, and he's been clean for like 20 years or so. But that's somebody that's been through the wars and the road and the trials and tribulations, that who can help guide him. Like, hey, don't be a dumbass, basically. And I think also him being married and having a kid is going to help calm him down, because, like, Graham, you have a kid, like I have two. When you have a kid, it does something different for you as a man. And I think that, coupled with like him being bumped down and being with Dustin Rhodes, I think that's going to help him. Will they be able to build him back up to where he should have been originally? I'm not sure. Time will tell. But it's looking okay. I'm not going to say it's looking great. It's looking good for him so far.
Yeah. Hey, as long as he stay out of trouble. That's been my only gripe. It's like, bro, you fucking up. And we're like around the same age. That's what annoyed me too. I'm like, bro, you're like 30. Like, come on.
It's crazy
by proxy.
It's crazy. It took like him giving Jeff Hardy a concussion for Tony Khan to be like, all right, bro, I gotta put you somewhere else. But like him starting fights, you feel me, saying a bunch of wild shit on podcasts, you feel me, about Sasha or Mercedes or whatever, you feel me? None of that shit really counted. But hey, you give Jeff Hardy a fucking concussion.
You this legend a concussion.
You went too fucking far. All right.
That is all the line.
That's it. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
No, I am done. But nah, man. Hey, if he's staying on the right track, kudos to him. And as far as Revolution, I believe they just announced a steel cage match for Revolution. It'll be the I guess you could say the rubber match between Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher in his ugly ass crown, bro. Like I need him to stop.
When did he get that? He just started wearing that.
No, he been had it for a while.
Okay.
Really?
He's been
he been coming out with it. It just looks stupid. Like to the point where you just black it out. Like,
bro, why are you looking like that, bro? Come on, man.
I heard he stank.
Ain't
Yeah,
no
I
bad.
heard that story where I heard that story too when they was in Philly. I was like, it was him and Sky. I was like, someone said they smelled like they saw the option to bathe and they said, yeah, you know what, I'm good on that. So yeah, he do look like he stank though.
No
Bro,
bad.
every time,
He looked
ever
like
since-
Elon.
Shoot, that's what it was, bro.
This nigga look like Elon. He got Elon face, bro. This nigga don't got Elon face. That's
God.
When I said when he
cannot
started
unsee that.
yelling, I think I said it a couple of weeks ago. I said, bro, when he yells, he looked like Randall from Monsters Inc.
Yeah, he do.
Oh. And-
he got that too.
wow.
And then someone
my.
pointed out yesterday, last week, they said he looked like Sid from Toy Story.
Manny, bruh.
I
kid-
don't want you anymore.
Yeah, the kid next door.
Hey,
Oh, my God.
Listen, man, the stinking part was just he said, she said, I've never met them before, but who you look like is on point. But
We already know, because this is a steel cage match, that we're going to see some kind of crazy spot or something off the top of this cage with these
it's Osprey match.
and we should.
Exactly.
We should.
Yeah. I think now here's the thing. Do you put this as the curtain jerker, middle of the card? It's not going to main event, but where would you put this type of match on that card?
What is the card? Hold on. Let me pull up the
it's-
card. Okay, so
It
we have
might go second to last. I think it'll be later. I think they might
It's gonna
build
go-
this
it's gonna-
as like a secondary main event. Oh nah, because Kenny's wrestling too. Fuck.
I'd
that's
probably
the
say it
international
starts it.
championship.
I'd probably say it starts it. We can start it off. You can start
Yeah,
off.
so far
okay.
they
started off-
have because so far they have
didn't
4.
they?
So far they have 4 matches confirmed.
Didn't Osprey and Fletcher kick off World's End? I feel like they had the first.
Yeah, they did.
Started
Yeah.
that show. Yeah,
They did.
I'll have to
So
go
I
back
don't
and
know if
look.
they'll run it back, but
But
it would be
on the-
crazy if they ran it back.
On the match card, what I'm looking at right now, you got to have a big boom AJ match. We don't even know who he's fighting yet, but he's on the pre-show.
Yeah, that's
You
always the
got
pre-show.
Osprey Fletcher. Then you have whoever's the international champion, Takeshita or Orange Cassidy against Kenny Omega, MJF and Hangman, Mox and Cope, Mercedes and Momo Watanabe, and then you have Timeless Toni Storm and Mariah May.
Yeah.
Well, they definitely.
Laying that out sounds difficult.
It really do. Like, I do not want to be in Tony's position because that's just difficult as a
Hey,
I'm
man.
like,
Good luck.
good luck.
This is
brother.
why I asked y'all that, because when I'm looking at that card, I'm like, damn. Because to me, when you build a card, the curtain jerker is almost just as important as the main event, because you got to get the crowd going. You got to get them hyped. You got to set the tone for the rest of the night.
Oh,
Start
yeah,
taking
'cause
them on that ride.
Because I watched a review on an old WCW pay-per-view from like 2000. I think it was the first pay-per-view of 2000. And I think the opening match was like Lex Luger versus the perfect one, Sean Stasiak. And that shit was ass. And they said this set the tone for everything, and it went downhill. It was the same pay-per-view that I don't think it was. I only think that was the opening. I think it was the same pay-per-view that David Arquette defended the world title in the triple cage match.
All you had to say was David Arquette defended the world title, and that was enough.
All you had to say was David Arquette, and we knew this shit wasn't. You feel me? Like what?
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I brought that up because I'm like that. Yeah, how you open the show is how you set the tone.
That's crazy because I remember Method Man saying how you start your verse is just as important as how you end a verse, and that always stuck with me. You feel me?
Facts,
so
bro.
yeah, I feel it. Yeah,
Bro, this is why I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and he was like, bro, you should try to write music. And I was like, I don't know, bro. I was like, I already like when I'm writing wrestling, sports, whatever it is, I'm already in my own head enough. If I'm trying to write music for somebody else, man, you talk about I would be a head case. I would be a head case.
Overthinking it all.
Because and I remember this from like back in the day, we had this R&B group we was trying to help and whatnot, and I was sitting there and be watching them with their process, and I would be like, one of them was like, bro, why don't you write something? I was like, bro, I can help you write something, but I can't write something on my own because I'm not, I don't know. I said, I'm just not in that mind frame to where I could write something for you. You know, I said, I would never, I couldn't disrespect your craft like that because I'm not a musician. You know, I'm a writer, yes, but I don't know music like that to be able to write something for you to make it sound like if you wrote something, I could help you tweak it a little bit, but I don't think I could just write something for somebody like that. You know, that just seems like that would be a little bit too much for me and my mentals.
Yeah. I feel it. And that's what Tony Khan is tasked with putting this fucking card together. Cause like you naming those matches, I didn't even think about like how they could lay that out and like, yeah, this might have to open again. It might have to. You feel me? But
So
the two that I see that could be worthy of this, it would be this match here, or perhaps the potential Takeshita Omega match. One of those two could probably open the show.
My boy said bump Orange Cassidy.
Bro, let's be honest.
like, let's be honest.
No,
he's not beating Takeshita.
He's not.
He's
This is the winner faces Kenny Omega match.
Kenny is the prize. They done made Kenny Omega more important than the championship. The match with Kenny Omega is more important than the championship. How the fuck you set up a series, mini tournament of matches where the nigga that's in the tournament is already in the final? You not the champion. How the fuck? How do you get a bye? How did Kenny Omega get a bye to the final and Takeshita has to win his way to the final as the champion?
He has to win his way to defend his title.
They said
you gotta earn the right to defend your title.
They said Tony Khan. They said TK was back in the weeds with booking these shows, and I said, "You goddamn right." And I want to smoke some of that shit too. Cause what the fuck? How did you come up with this concept?
He did. He got the roles reversed. He was like, damn, I did this backwards. My bad.
You know what's crazy?
Shit,
they say the best bookers book backwards. They come with the conclusion.
He heard that wrong.
And then they book backwards.
He heard that wrong.
He heard that wrong. You're supposed to know the finish of the story you're telling, not the other way around. You're not supposed to be like, hey, you're in the finish. You go to the finals. No, you're supposed to fight to the finals. You're supposed to be in the finals, Takeshita.
It's supposed to be okay. This is who I want to come out on top of this tournament and work backwards from there. This is you didn't book it backwards the right way, Tony. You booked it backwards.
You're supposed to book it backwards and not tell nobody that you booking it backwards, bro.
Thank you.
Like, how you promote that? What the fuck?
My boy did a whole 360, bro. That's crazy.
Let them cook.
Let them cook, yeah.
Sometimes some shit just get burnt. Let's just be real.
No, you know what
They
this
get
is?
burnt and he call it Cajun.
I'm gonna bring it back to the kitchen for a second. This is like when you making your roux and you burn your roux, and instead of you throwing it out and starting over, you just keep making gumbo. You didn't mess up the whole pot of gumbo before you even got started because you fucked up the roux.
Yeah.
This nigga.
And in this case,
hey, Mania Week, we have a kitchen. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is, Tony, I'm gonna need you to cook with actual seasoning, not salt and pepper, nigga.
Yeah. Now that's salt and pepper chicken. Man. Get out of here.
Leave the mayonnaise to the side.
Take that bland avocado with you. God dang it. Shoot.
I guess we can. It's a little bit of stuff that happened, but most of this stuff that happened on Raw was kind of to build. This go home edition of Raw was better than the go home edition to the Royal Rumble. Like this one was way more structured.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
The reason why I say that is because a lot of the time, like we talked about on here, the Raw that when they was here in Atlanta, we was confused as hell in the arena. We was like, well, what is happening?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's better to make your own seasoning than cook with.
Yeah. Got to put it in a little. You got to pre-prep the seasoning, put it in a bowl or a little cup, and just have it ready to go, and just shake it. And you got to make sure you put a little. Like if you shake it like this, I already know your shit gonna be bullshit. You gotta shake it. You gotta.
Yeah.
So,
I just measure it, throw it in the thing, do like this. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
But this is more of the same complaint that people have had over the years about AEW with disjointed booking and things not making quite good sense. It's more of that same stuff rearing its ugly head. And the thing about it is that frustrates me is that Tony will get a lot of stuff right, but then he'll miss on certain things that just it looks bad when he does miss. And so I think that people don't give them enough grace as a company that's only been around 6 or 7 years. And they don't give him enough grace as the guy who's shouldering a lot of that burden on his own or a lot of that himself because he doesn't have a huge booking committee and a huge staff around him. So he's relying on the wrestlers and the select few people
that claim that they're good or that they know, but then they kind of disguise it as them going. They say, "Hey, this is good for the company, but it's really good for them."
Right, and I think that just certain moves that they're making is just not just certain moves that they're making is not gelling and is not clicking because it's so disjointed, and then some things are so predictable or what have you. It just like we gotta find some consistency and some good quality consistency in AEW, and I think people would be drawn back into the product more than what they are now. Because I've even seen some like hardcore people that really truly follow and love AEW that they're even frustrated with it. And once I start seeing people like that get frustrated with it, they're gonna still watch and support, but they're voicing their frustration now. And they weren't doing that a lot before. They're doing it a lot more now, and that's a sign of a problem.
So hey man, hopefully they figure it out like at some point. But I will give them praise. Like some of their shows recently have been actually enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
Once you ignore certain things, like I ain't gonna hold you. Whenever Chris Jericho comes on my TV, I ignore him. Like I legit outside of that tweet, that's the first time I acknowledge anything he's done in like the past 7 months because I choose to not acknowledge the learning tree. I acknowledge it a little bit because of Hobbs and Big Bill because they are actually two of the bright spots as well as Bounty Hunter. So everything around him I acknowledge, but him himself, I'm good.
Yeah, I really hope that Brian Keith comes out of this looking like $1 million, and I think he can in a certain way, and I hope it pays off with a blow-off match against Jericho, and I hope he tears his ass off the bone. No pause. Fuck that. I don't like that.
Listen, fuck that.
I just all right. I respect it. All right. I mean, but in his case, it'll definitely fall off the bone regardless. Because he's so frail and old. But with all that being said, might as well talk about the bread and butter of what we here for before we get up out of here. Graham, you want to partake in the preview and predictions, or do you want to wait until Thursday?
I'm here. You feel me?
I try to give you this thing.
This nigga was finna say you ain't gotta go home, but
I wasn't. I was basically not going to write your predictions down.
I mean, listen, I don't want to be beholden because I might change my mind by Thursday. You feel me? But I'm just saying, you feel me? I got thoughts.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I'm here to partake.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to do because I remember when Jizzle CJ was on here, he was like, "Hey, bro, we still got Thursday." Like, bro, we still
This
got
was
Thursday.
like, look, I'm saving all my ammo for Thursday.
Nigga said I can't give up all the sauce today, man.
Look,
I still got content to do on Thursday. But
respect.
But yeah, that's what we're here for. Previewing predictions for Elimination Chamber 2020. What was this? 2025? My years are still weird. But yeah, we are here for Elimination Chamber, headlined by the winner of the men's Elimination Chamber as well as the women's Elimination Chamber. The winners get a world title shot at WrestleMania. So a lot to unpack here, in which will feature the last time that John Cena will be at Elimination Chamber in 2020. I guess you could say it. Do we feel like John Cena's gonna retire for real? Or you think he just bullshitting, just the bullshit?
Nah, that brother's done.
Yeah, he's done.
He's done.
I be ready to call niggas a spade because some niggas they like to lie.
Yeah.
So yeah, he said he's retired. Hey, we trust you. We trust you, brother. But yeah, the card so far is not really. I don't know if it's finished. It might be finished as far as like what it is, whatever. But we'll find out Thursday. This is the beauty behind me doing two shows because I can if they add one more match, I can add a prediction. This coming Thursday, Public Enemies Podcast. Make sure you guys tap in on that one. The first one we can start off with is the unsanctioned match, which is sanctioned, but it's unsanctioned. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, 1-on-1. After Sami almost got his neck broke by the package pile driver, even though he's probably taken far worse as a certain mass individual, but this is different ordeal. I enjoyed the promo that he cut on Monday to kind of make it feel like, hey, yo, this is different than what we've done in the past because you went from trying to end my career to become a fucking peeping tongue, showing up to my house. And he's like, bro, I went to your mama's house. But instead of me doing something that I would regret, I just spoke with her a little bit. And then I went and I couldn't look at myself in the mirror because it's like, bro, I really just stooped down to his level. I really just basically did what he did to me. So, yeah, man.
It wasn't that long ago, y'all was just talking about home invasions. I
think, I don't know, man. For some reason, like, I feel like this should have been at Mania, but I think that they're doing it in Toronto because they're both Canada boys. And so I could see this like ending in some sort of like crash out moment by one of the two of them. And this perhaps getting extended into Mania. But who do I think is going to be the ultimate victor or winner of this match? I'm gonna go Sami Zayn. I'm gonna go Sami Zayn this time.
Okay.
No rhyme or reason. I'm just picking Sami.
Just picking Sami.
I'm just picking Sami.
Highlight.
So after a lot of careful consideration of this, I think I'm gonna pull a callback with this prediction, and I think this is gonna be one of those scenarios where this turns into, i.e., Matt Hardy and Edge back in 2005, where you may recall a certain match they had on Raw that pretty much ended in a draw. Side effect right off the stage, both carted off, kind of, that kind of was their way of catapulting the feud to continue. So I get the feeling because this is so unsanctioned, there will not be a winner. I feel like these two are going to cancel each other out for that night, which is going to set up the big Mania match. And somehow, because I know you guys were last week talking about like how do you even top this? Like how do you go past unsanctioned? I know Public Enemy was talking about that last week. So the thing about it is, we'll find out how they decide to do that. But because this is so unsanctioned, it gives it the perfect outing for this to be just a complete draw between the two. So I'm going no contest on this.
I like that idea. and I already have a way that they could advance this at Mania. It's either got to be Last Man Standing or Hell in a Cell, one of the two. That's the only way you get from this and you try to progress the storyline to the next phase or the next level. Is you go Last Man Standing or Hell in a Cell, one of the two.
They can't use the triple cage that David Arquette wrestled.
Hey, well, hold on. Yeah, that's a good callback.
This is how the triple cage will work. The first one will be nothing. Then the second tier will be weapons, and then the third tier will be guitars.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Hey, yes.
And then the only way to win is by grabbing something off the top. So it's basically a triple cage is basically a glorified ladder match.
Yeah.
It's like the 3 stages of hell.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah.
But the 3 levels of hell.
Yeah, there you go. There we
3
go.
stories of hell.
Really
Hey,
levels to it.
Jermaine, I got a proposal for one more match that they could do if they don't do either one of those two.
What you got?
First Blood. Haven't done one of those in a while.
Ooh.
Well, shit. Kevin was just bleeding last month. That man gonna be bleeding some more.
Yeah. He welcomed it. You know what I'm saying?
That is something that will take it up a next level, and especially in WWE because we just now getting color back. I think that would be dope.
Yeah. So who did you pick? How like to take this one?
No contest.
No contest. Okay, I can see that because like I feel like this is basically going to be a glorified segment, like because it's the number of matches that they have confirmed. One of these matches ain't gonna have a finish because Triple H just refuses to go past 4 matches.
No, he will do 5.
He'll do 5.
He'll do
5 and a half.
He'll do 5.
And a brawl. He'll throw a brawl in there.
So this will definitely be the brawl and the 5. So he basically will be 2 and 1.
Yeah.
So I definitely. So Graham, who you got? What you got with this one? Like what thoughts you got on this one?
Both of these niggas lose a lot.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Kevin Owens though. I'm gonna go with KO. I think Sammy can take another L without him looking like or losing his stock. But I think KO with his recent turn, he's got to pick up a victory somewhere.
I feel like with this one, I feel like
Go
with this one, I'm gonna have to go with Graham as well with Kevin Owens. And the reason why I say that is because I was watching their, you know how WWE on YouTube likes to upload the road to a certain match.
Oh yeah.
And I was watching it, and I'm like, they're involving Karrion Kross in this package a lot. So I feel like he's gonna play into the finish and screwing Sammy over,
or maybe Randy Orton,
or maybe I definitely see Randy Orton coming back.
Maybe Randy comes back and screws over KO, or like package pile driver, RKO out of nowhere type shit.
Yeah, that's definitely plausible.
So that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I was looking at. I'm like, I feel like the outside interference will definitely play into the outcome of this match. But I'm definitely gonna go with Kevin Owens because even if Randy or somebody returns or screws, he's gonna crawl and try to sneak his way into that win.
Yeah.
Now, a part of our predictions here is we also have a fail safe, which will be worth half a point. Anybody want to cash in on a fail safe, or y'all confident on your outcomes?
I'm confident.
I'm confident.
Right. Yep. So
if I wake up Thursday morning
and change your mind,
my fail safe. My fail safe is a draw.
So a draw, like
That's
no contest, basically.
Is a draw. Highlight has convinced me.
I see you, brother. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna write that down. No contest.
It's them doggone half the points, man.
It's half a point though. So
that's how you got me last time.
That's how I've been winning because them half a points been coming in clutch.
Oh.
Speaking of another match that, because we was talking about the women for like 40 minutes because a certain idiot was in the chat. The tag team of Trish Stratus and women's champion Tiffany Stratton versus Candice LeRae and Trishy time, if you will.
Okay.
I ain't gonna hold you. The month is almost over. I saw that picture of Trish and Tiffany. I was like,
Yo.
Hey, you know what that reminded me of?
nah,
It looked like when you get a vanilla shake from McDonald's and one from Burger King, and you just put the cups right next to each other. That's when the vanilla milkshakes touch. It ain't yams and mac. It's more like vanilla milkshakes.
Vanilla milkshake, like vanilla milkshake with a little bit of cinnamon for the tan.
Strawberry.
Listen,
You want to know what popped in my head when I saw that picture of Trish and Tiffany? Y'all ever seen that episode of Chappelle Show? It's NIGGAR. It's the nigger family. I felt like one of the niggas.
See, Graham. You know where I thought you was going with that one, brother. I know you know where I thought you was going with that one.
Bixby.
Tiffany got some big ass titties.
She do. Come on, Titty. Come on, Titty. Shit.
Elite milk.
That Titty tried to peekaboo on SmackDown. I said,
oh, it did peekaboo. That's why it kept blacking out. I was like,
peekaboo.
Peekaboo. My gear is showing off my OG chain. Peekaboo. Listen, bro. Hey, man. I know y'all don't listen to this guy. I don't know if you do, but this dude, Teddy Swims, dropped a song with Coco Jones and Glorilla, and he had a lyric that I quote tweeted that picture with. She's a 10 plus 3. Can't buy this honey because that shit ain't free. I'm like, that's how you describe Trish Stratus for all these years, from 2000 to 2025.
Okay.
Like ain't no way you could tell me she was 49.
What?
But yeah, as far as this one, I see the baby faces winning. How about you, Jermaine?
Trishy time. That's why I said as soon as this was set up for Trish Stratus to shine and look good and prop Tiffany up before her big match against Charlotte.
Yep.
So we all feeling that across the board.
Yeah. Give it to the hometown hero.
Oh yeah, and they are, and she's at home. Yeah. Sorry, Nia. Sorry, Candice. Y'all are taking that L. Y'all are taking that L. Next up, we have for the women's side. We're gonna stick on that side. Got the Elimination Chamber. Jermaine, I see you picked Bianca Belair to win, especially after. Well, this graphic is outdated because they're no longer the women's tag team champions. Bianca and Liv is the fail safe, basically.
Oh, I meant to put Alexa. My bad.
Alexa
is my fail safe. Yeah, because the thing is, I think that with those tag titles, I think there may be something for them at Mania, maybe. But I just feel like when you look at these 6 women and you look at Rhea Ripley standing on the other side of the ring, if Liv has the tag titles and she's kind of tied up with that, who else would you put in a match against Rhea for the title outside of Bianca, Bayley, or maybe a returning Alexa Bliss?
Yeah, I definitely see.
And I
seeing
mean,
it. I might say I definitely see Roxanne being a workhorse in this match, though.
Exactly. I could see Roxanne like coming out looking like Montez did a couple years ago in that Elimination Chamber match where he shined in that match, and everybody was like, "Wow, they need to push Montez." I think that we're going to definitely see that from Roxanne, but I just feel like when you're looking at setting up a Mania match against Rhea Ripley for her title, it's got to be somebody that's going to pop and sell tickets and make people want to say, I'm invested in this match. Who better than Bianca?
Yeah, and hopefully Triple H actually books it that way and not treat it like a sideshow. But as far as my pick is, I definitely go with Bianca. seeing as they lost to go home. And we can definitely be for sure Friday, because who knows what they're gonna cook on Friday. But for sure, Bianca is my pick. My fail safe, honestly, is Liv, because even though they're running back Rhea, I feel like that Rhea and Io match is not going to win, not going to finish clean.
Okay. The only reason why I think that match is going to finish clean is because they teased that I think Rhea hasn't beaten Io yet. So there's something there. Whenever they do stuff like that, it normally means something. Like either she can't overcome that person, or she's finally going to overcome that person. And going into Mania, I don't see them taking the belt off of Rhea. So I see her beating Io and then going on and facing whoever is this winner.
I like.
Ooh, this is tricky, bro. I say it's tricky because there's a couple things my mind's thinking with this. So, because I just don't like the Bianca choice, man. I get it, but I don't like it because it just comes off. Her and Rhea deserve a way bigger story than this, because of the fact that you talking about everything they said about when Rhea cut that little promo talking about oh yeah, you name them, I beat them all, this and that. I'm like, well, you just told on yourself because you didn't beat Io, never, and you ain't never went against Bianca on the main roster. So what do you mean you beat them all? No, you haven't.
But she didn't name Bianca though.
She didn't, but she said you name them all, and she basically insinuated it. She makes it seem like she did, and I'm like, y'all never faced. But I'm like, it deserves a longer story than just like a few weeks, beyond this point, to where I'm just like, man, I kind of don't even want to see it, to be for real with you. I don't. Like, I would almost rather this flip and Naomi actually wins it, and Bianca's the one that attacked Jade, and that's that swerve because Jade somehow reveals herself, even though I kind of don't care anymore at this point. But
yeah, she's on vacation, looking fine as hell on a boat.
Yeah,
right.
I'm kind of like, what's the point of this anymore? But I'm guessing for both of them to be in this match, I guess that means Jade at some point just decides to show up there. And why you choose Elimination Chamber to do it, I don't know. But it's like, surprise, you did it. And then it's like, oh, it was Bianca the whole time. So, like, I don't know, man. I think I'm going to go with Alexa as this dark horse with, like, Naomi as my fail-safe. Even if I'm just completely wrong about this, which I feel like I will be, I'm just doing it because I really don't want it to be Bianca right now. Just because I feel like it deserves a better longevity.
Okay, so Bianca's your fail safe.
No. So
No,
Alexa's my pick. Naomi's my fail safe as the switch. Okay. Yeah, because everybody's thinking Naomi's the one going heel, but I'm like,
I mean, I understand why they want her to go heel, because it gives her something different to cook with. But I'm not against either outcome. Graham?
I'm gonna go Bianca. I think we might be getting a triple threat at Mania, and then we could do the Rhea and Bianca story SummerSlam or somewhere down the line.
Okay, yeah. I like that.
Yeah, because it don't necessarily have to be WrestleMania to be like the end of their story.
And then Rhea gets her pin over Io. That's how she gets out of that.
Yeah.
But also keep in mind, if they do that triple threat thing, Bianca's undefeated streak is on the line for that.
Oh, Bianca doesn't get
she don't get the pin. They can kind of pull what they did with Edge that one time when he was undefeated and he didn't win the Money in the Bank, and they said, "Yeah, that don't count." It was like 2000. It was like 2007. He got that Jeff Hardy big leap from the ladder, and they eliminated Edge from the match. But he was like, "I'm still technically undefeated." The next year in 2008, they basically retconned him losing in 2007.
They could always be like, unpinned or undefeated in one-on-one matches, or
they good at doing that. They're good at doing that.
Okay, you fellas got me on that one. I can take that. I can accept that.
All right, the last match for the Chamber before we talk about that particular segment that's going to pretty much take everybody's going to be talking about, and as the men's Elimination Chamber, the Hardys are going crazy on NXT, by the way. The men's Elimination Chamber, it is John Cena, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Logan Paul, Seth Rollins, and Damian Priest. Well, the winner faces Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
This one's gonna be tricky.
I put this as Cena winning
Mhm.
because it's easy to sell that Cena Cody match, and that still leaves the door open to the possibility of the rumored Punk, Rollins, Roman triple threat, because Roman is not in this.
Nope. I feel like
Roman needs a big match at Mania. So when I pick my winner, I pick Cena because I'm like, okay, who can carry a big time match against Cody Rhodes in this out of all these people? And you looking at, pretty much everybody except for Logan Paul, or and to a lesser extent Damian Priest. But those other four guys have already won world titles and had big matches at Mania and whatnot. So you look at what's most likely and who are the other factors when you're building a Mania card. Roman is the biggest outside factor that's not in this match right now. So who would Roman have a match with that would be of importance that people would want to tune in and watch out of the remainder of the people on this thing? And it would be Seth and or Punk or both of them. So that's why I eliminated and picked Cena as my winner, but I did pick Seth as my failsafe because corporate champion, looking for a corporate champion, whatever and whatnot. It could be Punk or it could be Seth, but I just went with Seth. That's my failsafe.
Okay, I'm rolling with you. I'm rolling with you on that. I'm because I'm picking up what you're putting down there. I like that, brother. I'm gonna go with Cena to win, but I'm gonna go with CM Punk as my failsafe.
Okay.
Let me go with Punk as my failsafe, but I want it to be Cena. So, like, to be honest with you, I really want it to be Punk. Like, my heart says Punk. Pause. You feel me? Fuck that. We ain't doing pause today, right? You feel me? Fuck that. My heart says CM Punk. You feel me? My heart says CM Punk, but my mind says Cena. You feel me? So, Cena for the win, Punk for the failsafe. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Highlight.
Well, it's safe to say we're across the board on this one. I got Cena as the main choice. On different reasons, though, more so like I think he may be the swerve corporate individual down the line that we least expect. But my failsafe, who could also fall in that same category, would be a man that isn't really 100% sure on what his WrestleMania plans are. And that, my friends, would be the bearded one known as Drew McIntyre. There. That's my failsafe to win this because out of all of these men, he's the one that you're just like, well, what is he left with to do? So, hey, I'm not mad at a Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes matchup if it comes to it.
Have they faced?
No, especially at a Mania.
Okay.
May not be the sexiest option, but I think it's cool.
I'll holler at you brothers next week.
All right, Mr. Jermaine. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you as always. Yes, sir. But yeah, I when it comes to that, I understand. And I'm picking based off of the outcome of Cody and Rock. Okay. And the reason why I say that, I feel like that how Cody chooses picks is basically how this will go on down as we get to Mania. So like say Cody says yes to the Rock. Whoever he faces is immediately is basically going to be a babyface by default. Doesn't matter who it is because Cody sold his soul, his adrenaline to the Rock. So, but if he says no, I feel like whoever he faces the Rock is going to be like, all right, can you be my champion? And out of the two that I feel like the obvious choice is Drew McIntyre to be that person. But the one that I feel like will throw people off is Cena being the champion or Punk being the champion. And the reason why and I know some people are like, but you're turning him a heel during his retirement tour. You want cookie cutter John Cena the entire year, or do you want him to actually have something that give you invested? Because what better way? Because when he cut that promo post Royal Rumble, he was like, "Yo, I did this is best for business, so I should be in this." He the only one that didn't qualify. He just said, "Yo, it's best for business that I'm in this match." And what better?
And hey, if he just went out there and said, I'm not gonna qualify, I'm just gonna throw my name in the hat to be in this match, who's the person that can make that happen?
Boom. Come on now. And we know their history, we know their ties, we know their friends, right? We also know that Cena in the past was always known to want to earn his shot for something. But in this instance, he inserted himself.
Yeah. It's that's what I'm saying. It's an easy story to tell. Will they go with it? Who knows? But that's what I'm saying. That's my that's the way that because you know me. I love story. Like matches are cool, but if the story hooks me in, that is compelling to me. Seeing after all these years, John Cena turn heel, and the reason why John Cena never turned heel when he was on top was because they were scared to. Cena ain't the man no more. That's Cody. That's Roman. Cena can afford to turn heel now if they want to go that route. And when it comes to CM Punk, if he goes that route too, so where it doesn't, I guess you could say, kill the essence of the CM Punk character, you could go back to his promo that he cut when he first came back. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money.
Yep.
So that could be Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Like, I told you about Punk. I told you. And he's like, yeah, they told you, but I also told you that I'm gonna stab you in the front.
Yep.
I'm also here to make money. And The Rock has offered me money.
And a WrestleMania main event.
Fuck man.
And I get my main event.
Man. But like, hey, you can keep the Royal Rumble win. I don't need that. I got my Mania main event. And look how many people threw it in his face too. From Sammy and so many, Seth, all these people threw it in his face.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, that would be the ultimate, like, yo, hey, you want to make me out to be the bad guy? I'll be the bad guy now. But I'm gonna be the champion when all is said and done. And we'll get to the predictions when we get there, but they could easily say, hey, if they do decide to take the title off Cody after a year on champion, John Cena will definitely get number 17, but not at WrestleMania.
But not at WrestleMania.
But as far as I just had to throw that in there because I wanted to kind of merge the two. Like, hey, will Cody pick? Who does Cody pick? But also, I feel like it'll tie into this because, hey, the challenger will be determined in this match. So, yeah. As far as my pick for this one, I definitely see. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna go with Punk as my main guy, and then my failsafe would be Cena. I'm just gonna flip it. I'll take that half a point. Okay. But I'm definitely gonna put my eggs in the basket of CM Punk winning, and even if it's straight up, I just definitely see him winning because it's just to throw a little wrench in the plan. Yeah. But regardless, I feel like it's gonna come down to that. Or they can go a completely different route and have Logan Paul eliminate CM Punk and then just say fuck all that and give us CM Punk versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania and just piss me the fuck off. Like, what you gonna do with that besides make me mad?
Yeah, he gonna piss somebody off with an elimination. You know they're gonna give him one. Let it be Damian Priest. That's all I say. He gonna
rise for the outside.
I'm throwing something.
I need Logan Paul to be eliminated first, if I'm being real with you.
Okay, hey, I ain't mad at that either. Crowd will pop.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah, they would. I'm a pop too. Like, I always like to say exactly no pop. But last fun prediction: how weird will The Rock get?
He's gonna get.
How weird is this nigga gonna get? He's already wearing the same ugly ass vest. Like, this man only have 2 vests now.
Well, he's definitely taking up. He's taking 30 or 45 minutes of the show. I can tell
This
you
show
that.
about to be 5 hours. Shit.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what remix he's gonna play on his thing. Because remember when it was in New Orleans, he picked The Block is Hot. Niggas try to say Def Rebel. Def Rebel do not get that credit.
Jesus Christ.
He played The Block is Hot. What song you think he gonna play in Canada? You think he gonna play a Drake song?
Yeah, probably some kind of Drake song. As long as it ain't Family Matters. I don't want that smoke.
Give me a hug. He gonna play Started from the Bottom.
No, started from the bottom. Now we're here. Like, all right.
Probably, I'm gonna go with God's Plan.
God's plan. God's plan. Cody gonna be my champion. I'm gonna take his whole soul. The adrenaline on mana.
Oh, now you want to join in on the freestyle shit and the pre-production shit. You didn't want to rap.
You didn't want to rap.
No.
Look at him now.
No. Hey, I'm not a rapper though. I'm not a rapper though. No, I'm not a rapper though. But that was our preview and predictions for Elimination Chamber 2025. We will definitely get an update if you tune in to the Public Enemies podcast this coming Thursday, 7:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will try best to be on time.
On the West Coast, you feel me?
Yeah, 4:20. Like 4:20. Like, come on, man. So, but with that, Life's a Botch is back as well. For those of you
Yes, we are back. It is great to be back. Shout out to Gresh Unleashed for having me be a part of this. In the meantime, while it was on hiatus, it felt good. In studio setup too at that. So apparently, according to producer DJ, I can't go back to virtual, y'all. So apparently, this is the regular. So if you see your boy doing it, it's an in studio setup because he's like, I don't see how you can ever. He's like, man, it looks so good, you can't go back to virtual. I was like, all right, well, it's what we doing. We're in studio with it now.
If you do virtual, you will have to do virtual at the studio.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And luckily, the location that I'll be using does have that option, so that anybody virtual, I can definitely do that from an in studio setting. So y'all just keep it locked, man. I said this is first rollout. Shout out to my boy Shoot Taylor, independent wrestler here locally in Atlanta. Make sure you know him also from his time in AEW as Blake Lee under the QT Marshall faction. He had some stints. He wrestled Hook and a couple
that was
other
him.
Yeah. He was, and he's just been doing his thing on the indies, man. And he just got back, so he's check us out. We were just talking about his story as he came back from his wrestling hiatus. So shout out to y'all who've been showing love to that. And shout out to just dope podcasts and shows like Gresh Unleashed, like Public Enemies, for being able to study and just sit back and see the awesome work y'all put in, while I could just say, okay, how we want to come back. We want to come back with a bang. So, man, I'm just grateful for y'all fellas, man, because y'all keep brother inspired and going in this thing, man. So it's great to know. Oh
yeah, for sure. So before we get up out of here, where can they follow the gents over on social media? Make sure you guys tap in with Jermaine at the underscore Jermaine or the Susio Sports. He had to step away to close the show, but he'll be back next week. Where can they follow you guys on social medias?
Graham, you first, my brother.
Yeah, you feel me? Because you know what I'm saying? This house is not a home. You feel me? I mean, not for me. You feel me? I kick my feet up, you feel me, and see what's in the fridge, but I got to get the fuck out and get back to my shit. You feel me? Eventually. You feel me? So,
he's a booking man across the street.
Hey, I fucks with it. You feel me? And I keep it a bean, though. I appreciate y'all for having me. You feel me? This was really like a last minute run in type thing. I had the time.
He said, "Hey, bro."
I said, you got time? You got space for one more? Can I be a plus one today? You feel me? I don't, like I said, you feel me? I didn't get a chance to do the show. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Proper beforehand. Yeah. So since I had the time available today, I wanted to make sure that I extended that, you feel me, and made that happen, you feel me? So, until the next time, you feel me, Elon or Kyle Fletcher or whoever the fuck you want to call him, you feel me, give me an opportunity to have an extra day off, you feel me, then I come back and fuck around, you feel me?
Come on.
I had to tell this man, I was like, bro, it's the door. Like, if you just put it in the group chat, hey, can I hop on today? Okay, here you go. Here's the invite.
That's all.
You know what I mean?
I felt like I needed to work today. You feel me? So I showed up and clocked in. Y'all talking about, but hey, tap in with your guy, man. Tap in with your guy at Oh My God Grandma. Everywhere, like air. You feel me? All social media platforms. You feel me? Beat me there, don't meet me there. It is what it is. You feel me? Yes, indeed. Appreciate y'all.
Hey man, you already know it. Y'all see it right here, man. Follow your boy at Highlight Life. That's HILITE Life. You know, in my spare time when I'm not doing some wrestling discussions with my brethren right here, I'm pretty much just rapping, making it rap, doing things out on that side of things, man. So hey, we here, and follow us at OTS Media Co. Shout out to my boy DJ, man. If you like sports, you like music, you like all that good stuff, man. They always give you updates over on that page, man. So that's it.
Speaking of music, ASAP Rocky, don't release that shit. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't release that.
Ain't it called "Don't Be Dumb, Nigga"? Don't be dumb, nigga.
Don't be dumb, nigga. Don't release that shit. I heard that shit. I said, bro, do not delete this. Don't even put a press on it. Just delete it. We're gonna act like we didn't hear this. Okay.
Delete.
Just delete. Word to Matt Hardy. But yo, man, make sure you guys tap into the podcast. Subscribe at you've scanned that QR code if you're watching in video format, or you can just tap into www.gressunleash.com, solo.to/Gresh, all that good jazz. If you want to get us to leave a comment on Spotify and all that good stuff, you can now. I believe if you click on the episode, you can leave comments and all that stuff, leave ratings and all that good stuff. Make sure you guys tap in with that. Make sure you tap in with Public Enemies Podcast, where you will hear more of my opinion on this interesting sport of wrestling and entertainment with the fellas, CJ or Big Champ Jizzle, because he said he will be forever champ. So Jizzle, Graham, Waco Kid, and Cujo in the background doing this thing. Make sure you guys tap in with the click over there. As far as gaming stuff, we got an announcement coming very soon with that, and how that will be distributed from yours truly as well as everybody here. But also with that, make sure you guys follow at @isgresh, AO @isgresh everywhere else. And with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this show. And remember, Graham finally got him an Xbox. He's finally next gen. He's finally current gen.
Hey, Graham, I feel you, dog. I feel you.
He's finally current gen. I feel like when I get a bonus at work, I should get an Xbox just because. But I shouldn't do that because I barely play this fucking PS5 as is. But with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in the streets. Exactly. And remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Y'all be breezy. I don't know why I said it like that, but let's go with that. Yay.